Welcome to the 2023 State of Columbine. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to attend this. My name is Kathy Fernecki. I'm the Director of Clinical Services here at Columbine. Thank you. Just a few announcements before we get started. The restrooms are through this door and to the right if you haven't been in this facility before. Please help yourself to the beautiful array of snacks that are in the back table. If you did not get a t-shirt on your way in, please make sure that you collect it on your way out. For those of you listening in our live stream, welcome and thank you for watching remotely. T-shirts will be available at the facility starting next week. Everyone present gets a door prize today, so if you did not get a ticket when you came in, a little red ticket, please raise your hand and someone will come bring you a ticket. Carly. All right, and then lastly, this is a paid event, so if you are not on the clock already, please make sure that you fill out a missed punch form for your time today. All right, while people are getting settled, thought we'd just take a second to have a little fun. So we are gonna start with just a few Columbine trivia questions. So if you know the answer, you can just raise your hand or shout it out if you're really excited that you know the answer. The first question is, in what year was Columbine founded? Ooh, Heather.
Was it 1971?
Correct, yes. So in 2021, we celebrated our 50th anniversary. We were supposed to have a really big party, I hear, rumor of. COVID had other plans, so Bob did commission the beautiful sculptures outside of all of our facilities to commemorate the 50th anniversary. All right. What was the name of the first Columbine facility? Ooh, Dana, you look like you're thinking of something.
Columbine East.
Really close. Really close. Anybody? Oh, I see a hand. I think that's Brandy over there. You can't cover your name tag. I've given enough shots in this company that I know who most of you are.
Was it West?
No. What was the name? Nope. Once Bob bought it, what did he name it? Say that one more time.
Columbine Care Center.
Very good. So we did not have Columbine Care Center East until we had Columbine Care Center West. So excellent. Okay, so this is kind of a trick question for any of you that attended my nursing leadership meeting a couple weeks ago, so disregard that answer. How many unique companies fall under the Columbine umbrella? I have a feeling that some of the answers were given out at LeMay for me, so I don't know. You know? You didn't get any hints from Jennifer Corbin? Okay. All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
I'm going to say 23.
Very good. It took the last group about 10 answers to get it right, so good job, Tormi. So when we first asked this question, there were some different answers. But we do have 20 companies that have payrolled employees. And then if you add the Drake Center, and then each of our patio home sets, we have one here and then one in Windsor. Those are businesses, so that's 23. All right. Approximately how many residents currently live at our facilities, are skilled, assisted, and independent? Who wants to take a guess? Just a guess. I'll give you a hot or cold. No? Nobody's feeling brave? Jason? You made eye contact. You got your mouth full. That's not very nice of me. Michelle?
What do you think? I was going to say more. Is it like 1,100?
Less. According to the report that I ran on Monday morning. Oh, she's going to...
900?
900. That is within the 50 that I was looking for. So we had 844 residents when I ran a report that were in-house. We also had 189 that had outpatient status. So good job. Okay. What was Bob Wilson's first job at a nursing home? No hints, Bob. Oh, I saw a hand over here. Yeah, shh.
Was it admissions?
Not quite. Oh. Anybody? I see Rachel over here in the corner. I got to get some steps in before I have to sit.
Janitor.
Did you give her the answer, Clint? Okay. Good job, yes. He was on a construction crew first that was servicing Columbine Nursing Home, I believe it was called. Then he was a janitor, later the administrator, and then he bought his first nursing home. Okay, what are the rooms at management, the meeting rooms at management named after?
Cars.
Cars. Shelby, Lincoln, and Mustang. Would I say those are your favorite cars? Yeah. Okay, so next meeting room will be named Chevy. The Chevy room. All right, well, thank you so much for playing along with me today. I had fun learning more about Columbine myself. Okay, so without further ado, I would love to welcome Paul Benigni to our stage, who is our CEO of Columbine.
Thank you, Kathy. Great job. I stand here before you today with gratitude and optimism as we embark on an exciting journey together. It's my privilege to serve as the CEO of this remarkable company, a company built on a foundation of care, compassion, and excellence. With over 1,400 employees, we are an extraordinary group that makes a difference in the lives of our residents each day. Today, I want to share my vision of the company with you and the incredible opportunities that lie ahead. It's a vision centered on celebrating our wins, taking ownership of our successes, and meeting and exceeding our goals. Most importantly, it's about creating an environment where work is not just a place to be, but a place to have a fun experience. Change in leadership often brings uncertainty, but I assure you, our mission and values remain steadfast. Our commitment to providing exceptional care and making positive impact on the lives of those we serve is unwavering. It's our duty to honor the legacy of this company and continue to improve upon it. One of my primary goals is to foster a culture of celebration. Each one of you plays a vital role in our residents' lives, and your hard work deserves recognition. We need to celebrate every small and large victory, be it a resident's smile, an innovative idea, or a successful team effort. When we acknowledge our accomplishments, we boost morale, strengthen our bonds, and make this a workplace a vibrant and fulfilling one. Take ownership of our successes is the key to personal and collective growth. Your ideas, your dedication, your contributions are building blocks to our success. Together, we need to own our work, be accountable, and strive for continuous improvement. In doing so, we empower to be leaders in our own right, regardless of your role with the company. By taking ownership, we can achieve greatness both as individuals and as a team. Meeting and surpassing our goals is a pathway to a brighter future. Whether it's enhancing resident care, improving employee engagement, or exceeding financial targets, our shared objectives drive us forward. When we unite our efforts and focus on these goals, we become an unstoppable force, capable of reaching new heights and making Columbine Health a model of excellence in our industry. But this journey doesn't have to be a serious and hard work all the time. I believe that a happy and fun workplace is not only achievable, but is essential. When you love what you do and enjoy being at work, you are more creative, motivated, and effective. We will encourage a spirit of camaraderie, celebrate special occasions, and create opportunities for you to relax and have fun together. I want to express my unwavering belief in the potential of our team. Together, we can make Columbine Health a great place to work, where both our residents and our employees thrive. Let's celebrate our wins, take ownership of our successes, meet our goals, and most importantly, let's make work a place where happiness and fun are the norms, not the exceptions. Thank you for your dedication, your commitment, and your passion. I'm excited to embark on this journey with you and look forward to the incredible accomplishments we will achieve together. Here's to a brighter future and a happier one. In order to understand the future, we must understand the past. How did we get here? Let's take a look at this video to show the history of our company with our owner, Bob Wilson.
Good afternoon. My name is Bob Wilson, the owner and founder of Columbine Health Systems. As it turns out, today, October 1970, is when I started at Columbine. So 53 years ago today. I'm not a professional actor. I tried to get George Clooney to sit in for me, but he was too busy. And he wanted too damn much money. So yeah, there's been a number of times people have asked me how I got in this business. And I did go to college for 9 months, but I didn't go to class. At any rate, I ended up on a construction job at a nursing home on the east side of town. Columbine Nursing Home was called then. And the guy who owned it went bankrupt, and I was about the only one left that knew where everything was supposed to go. So I became the janitor in the nursing home. And over a period of time, the bank repossessed it, and I went down there at 22 years of age, convinced the banker that I could run it. And he said, okay, you can run it. So over a period of time, I leased it and then bought it. So that's really how I got in the nursing home business. My mother was a very dynamic person. She actually ran my uniform shop for 1,600 employees till she was 90. But she had her own clothing store in a small town in Iowa. So I was really kind of raised by Grandma Swanson. She wasn't my grandma, but she took care of me all the time. So I really like old people, and I believe that's where it started. You know, I've been asked over the years about how my vision. I never had a vision. I built this company. I started out with one nursing home, and then I ended up building Columbine West. My competitors in town said, you're going to lose. You shouldn't. There's no nursing homes on the west side of town. Okay, I'll build one over there. Well, you can't because the ambulances can't get across the railroad tracks. What a bunch of bull. People were recuperating, had no place to go, so I built the Worthington. And it's an independent living, the first one in town. Somewhere in there, I started a home care. I used to have nurses that would go home. We'd discharge a patient, and the nurses would volunteer and go over and give them their medication at night. So I started that. I think it was the first home care in town. So then I had people in the nursing home, West, that really didn't need 24-hour nursing. So I built New Mercer. It was the first assisted living in northern Colorado. Now there's a building on the corner of Prospect and College. And I was one of the original contributors, seed money they call it. It's kind of a unique building. I think it's unique in the whole United States in that the three principals in it are the hospital, a major college institution, CSU, and me, a healthcare Nursing homes have, not been really cherished over the years. They've had some problems. Nobody likes them until they need one, and it's very important. People have said, what do you do, Bob? Well, I'm in the nursing home business. Well, how do you get customers? Repeat business. I said, don't people die in nursing homes? Yeah, but I have one family that I've taken care of 7 relatives. I'm in the 3rd generation in families, and they remember me. I actually had a lady that was staying in LeMay, and one of my therapists, Candy, called me up. She said, "You got a minute, Bob?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "I was giving a lady therapy a couple days ago, and I asked her, 'Why did you come to Columbine?' She said, 'Well, Bob took care of me, not Columbine, not LeMay. Bob took care of me, took care of my mother 30 years ago, and I knew he'd take care of me today.'" Now that's something. That's something to be proud of. You talk about milestone stuff that's important. That was really important to me. I have a nurse that came up to me one day and said, "I need to thank you. I'm a single mother. You paid for me to become a CNA, yeah. You paid for me to become an LPN, yeah. And you paid for me to become an RN. I will always work for you." I mean, that's the stuff you look for.
I love Columbine because they've shaped me professionally and as a person. They've given me the education to grow in my career, and not only that, I'm proud to be an employee because of what we do for Northern Colorado, what we do for our own residents and the community at large.
I love Columbine for its residents, their staff, the compassion, and the communal of ongoing care. So we have independent, we have assisted living, then we go into our skilled, and then we also offer rehab. I mean, I've never seen a system that hosts all of that in one company. So it's been really lovely just to be a part of it.
I love Columbine because I think you get to really create close-knit relationships with the residents. I always say it's like having 80 bonus grandparents. It's really great. And you get to learn about their families, their past lives, and creating those close-knit relationships. It really is special.
Columbine employees are the best because the high quality of care and the expectation that Columbine sets, the people that work here show up every day to achieve that, and we do it better than our competition because we set the standard very high, starting with Bob Wilson, our owner, and that trickles down to the residents that provide it on the floor.
You know the old saying, it's better to give than to receive. It's more fun to give. It is. It's more fun to help people out. Pretty simple stuff.
Did everybody notice the weight change as the time went on, up and down, and the hair color changed? Let me make a statement. I'm sitting up here between 2 guys, not good-looking guys, wearing suits, and I'm up here for. You just need to know that I wore 3-piece suits for, 35 years, 40 years, and just got sick of it. Got rid of all of them. I did save one, and I was having lunch with a local mortician. He's gone now. A lot of my friends are gone. And I said, "I've only got one suit that you're going to bury me in, but I don't know it'll fit me." He looked at me and he said, "Bob, don't you worry. We'll cut it up the back, and if you don't stand up, nobody will ever know it." I'm pretty proud of this company. I'm proud of you guys. The 2 facilities that got a national award is a big deal, but it's just as big as all 4 of our places are 5-star rated. that makes me proud. Proud of you guys. We went through COVID, and it was arduous. It was horrible. Horrible from a financial standpoint, getting employees. I knew going through COVID was going to be difficult. I really didn't count on not being able to get any employees after COVID, but we're there now. Took a while. We have a standard that we maintained through those 3 years. A lot of people didn't. They had to cut back. I never did that. Nobody lost a job. I didn't raise rates on, that was kind of a mistake. I didn't raise rates for about 3 years. Wow. That was, I hate to even say that. It was really expensive, but you guys brought us through there. We're still the same company as we were 3 years ago. We provide quality care. We care about our people. We care about our fellow employees. I generally don't talk this much, but he kind of sets a higher standard. So anyway, thank you. I love you. I love you working for me, and just keep it up. All right, thank you. Oh, and anybody in this room know what a 57 Chevy is? Well, there's hope. There's hope. So thank you.
Since I joined Columbine Health, I've spoken with our leaders about the most important challenges. While the world has changed a lot in the last 3 years, leaders are still grappling with the same basic challenges: how to unlock the talent, energy, and potential of the people inside our company in order to achieve big goals. Big transformational goals are hard to reach. That's because they require people across the company to think and act in new ways. People must come together and do things they may never done before. And they must be open, resilient, and willing to grow. In short, achieving big things requires behavior changes at all levels. This kind of human capability can't be assessed by the push of a button. People's best efforts are volunteered. And this only happens in companies founded on principles that create inclusion, trust, collaboration, productivity, and innovation. These basic principles of human effectiveness underlie all great achievements, and companies need them more than ever today. At Columbine, we recognize that meaningful behavioral change happens from the inside out. It starts when people see things differently and then willingly choose to do things that are needed to reach new levels. Our approach to this, making this happen, will be company-wide and create a culture that has made Columbine Health this region's most trusted senior healthcare company. We've always been in the business of helping people, and now we're striving to be more effective than ever before. Over the next few years, we will look to transform our company in important ways. We will focus on helping employees, you, in 4 critical areas: leadership, individual effectiveness, a winning culture, and strategy execution. These are the 4 things every company needs to get right in order to be successful. We also understand the role that technology will play in our success, and we will be investing in technology when possible to help. We also understand the need to continue investing in you, and it's something we do not take lightly. In 2024, we will be rolling out an improved PTO plan centered around this initiative. Over the past 53 years, Columbine has created one of the most recognizable brands in northern Colorado, what we like to call the Blue Dot. Again, due to your hard work and dedication. We will continue to develop a culture of being the best. We will concentrate on improving every aspect of our organization to drive change. In recent weeks, as Bob mentioned, Columbine's skilled nursing facilities received a 5-star rating from the CDC. And Newsweek also recognized 2 nationally. A tremendous honor for sure, but let's remember They could not have gotten there without the support of all the other companies in Columbine. Independent living, patio homes, assisted living, and all the ancillary companies working together made that 5-star rating possible. So thank you to all of you. I've seen amazing things happen when people and teams come together and offer their best talents and skills in pursuit of important goals. Creating the conditions for this to happen is one of the hardest things leaders will ever do, but it makes all the difference in terms of both performance and creating positive impacts. Change is hard, but it can also be exhilarating. I'd like to spend a moment encouraging each of you in this room to accept the challenge. I want you to be a change maker. Change makers embrace change. Change makers look for ways to improve what is currently being done. Change makers never continue to do it just because that's always the way we've done it. Let's concentrate on improving every aspect of Columbine to drive change and to remain the leader in northern Colorado. Each of you is dedicated to the facility and ancillary company in which you work, and we thank you for that. We want to take a moment to remind everyone of all the Columbine entities. You just heard of Kathy's fun icebreaker that we have 23 different businesses under the Columbine umbrella. They are included on the back of the t-shirts you received today, and they are also in the programs that were handed out. We want to thank all the leaders of each of these companies, and I'm going to call out their names, and I'd like you to stand up when I do. Kathy Peterson, Geriatric Education. Scott Bolton, Columbine Medical Equipment. Brad Harris, Columbine Therapy Services. Elena Schilling, Front Range Geriatric. Nobody's standing up. Kevin McLeish, Columbine Distribution Center. Holly Johnson, Columbine Poudre Home Care. Chantel Gonzalez, Bloom at Home. Brent Unray, Elderly Transportation. Michelle Woods, Center Pharmacy. Lauren Stackhouse, Poudre Infusion Therapy. Jenny Langus, the Wexford. Anna Vandrell, the Windsor. Andrew Baker, the Worthington. Chelsea Irwin, the Winslow. Julie Sleeth, Lakeview Commons. Gina DiGianardo. Boy, I messed that up. Gina. Becky Walker, Columbine Commons. Janelle Bailey, Columbine West. Elza Notorio, LeMay Avenue. Clint Dale, Center Avenue. Clint, you were here Tuesday. You just wanted to see yourself on the video again, right? Eric Ellis, Pharmacy Operations. Ross Alexander, Business Development. Keith Jensen, Maintenance. Mary Kemmer, Horticulturalist and Grounds Crew. Since starting my role at Columbine, I have been addressed with one question consistently: is Columbine for sale? This is something that has swirled around since I met Bob 18 years ago. When you build a company like this that is so successful, the rumors are always going to be out there. Well, I can assure you we are going nowhere. During the pandemic, Bob made a decision and committed to maintaining operations through the hardest of times. Let's continue that momentum into the future as a way of showing gratitude for the past 53 years. By focusing on strong teamwork, trust in each other, personal accountability, and a commitment to our mission and vision. My marching orders from Bob are, this company better be around for another 50 years. The favorite part of my job is seeing the impact our company has on our community, the residents we serve, as well as all of our team members. There's a whole person aspect to it. People don't just get better in their role at work, they become better human beings, and that influences every part of their lives. That's what attracted me to Columbine and excites me every day. I look forward to working with you on this journey. We wouldn't be here today without each and every one of you. Thank you for making Columbine the success it is today. With that, I'll invite Joel Bitler to the podium, our Chief Operating Officer. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Wow, what a crowd. Thanks to you, everybody, for coming today. We had a really good turnout on Tuesday as well. And I really want to thank you all for being here. I'm so happy to be able to celebrate with each and every one of you. And that's what this is. This is supposed to be a celebration. This event is about all of Columbine employees, which is all of us, right? And I have the privilege to talk to you about the future of Columbine. And guess what? We are the future of Columbine. So, without further ado, let's talk about what we're going to do in the next 53 years, as Paul said. Well, to start with, we got to know where we're going and what action we're going to take. No matter what we do, we have to be innovative. We have to focus on having more automated processes, streamline work, and really try on helping us do our job better. Really, all of us want to do is take care of the residents, be there for them. So how do we find time to spend more time with each resident? The other part is we got to do it together. Any sustainable company is focused on teamwork. So we all need to be focused on solutions and oriented on completing works together. Make sure that we have efficient ways to complete our assigned tasks. Anything we do together is possible. We're always looking to do more with less, so lean on each other. Together, we can accomplish anything. We need to invest in infrastructure. We need to update and remodel some of our old buildings. We're focused on figuring out ways to be proactive and sustainable. One of the key issues is our maintenance crews coming out with a new platform called Limbo to really focus on how we streamline our processes of maintenance, keep up with the work instead of falling behind. The more proactive we are, the better outcomes we'll have. Together, if we also invest in our technology, as we saw today, we had some challenges with getting things to work timely. That's okay. Our IT department's all over it. Updating software, focusing on processes, getting new equipment. Again, sustainability is something we do together. And with that, it requires change. Now, I don't want to say a bunch of stuff that Paul said or Bob said, but there are some important pieces to remember. We don't want to just repeat the same thing, but we have to make sure we're all focused on the same, which is one of my biggest challenges is change. So how do we do it? How do we change together? Well, first, I think we have to understand why change is so hard. And, you know, I remember just about 4 years ago, all of our worlds, not just Columbine's world, but the entire world we live in changed. And it changed forever. There was so much constant unknown. It was hard to know where to go. I remember being on a call with the state health department. And on that call, we had a representative from the CDC in Atlanta, Georgia. The person, you could tell, was reading from a screen, line by line. And in the middle of what she was saying, she said, "Oh my God, what happened? Oh my goodness. They just changed it while I was reading it to you." That's how fast change was coming. Like literally as she was telling us what to do, it was changing. And you know, it just reminds me that we all have to be open to that. And we were forced to. Now we can do it together. So the key, though, is purposeful change. We don't want to just change because, you know, that's what we said to do. We want to have action-oriented change. Which brings me to my next slide, if this works. The sacred cow. How many of you have heard of a sacred cow before? Couple hands. Well, I just have to tell you what the sacred cow is so you understand. In healthcare, specifically in the nursing world, which is where I came from, I'm a nurse by trade, the sacred cow is what we would call something that is stuck in an old habit. So it's focused on old habits or practices considered routine and above any dispute, regardless of the evidence of the contrary. Sacred cows are grounded in tradition, not in science. And sometimes they can be ineffective, unnecessary, or even dangerous. So we're talking about those things that we do every day that we maybe don't think about why we do them. We think about, oh, well, that's how we've always done it. Well, maybe we should look at what the real reason is. How do we figure out what the evidence is saying? What's the best practice? We have some amazing employees here. We value all of you so much. The knowledge, the training, and the resources that you all bring to Columbine just makes us who we are. Why we do things, though? It is just because that's how we've always done it, right? Well, that's what I'm trying to change. That's what we are all trying to change. Let's ask the why. Let's do it together. So, will you all help me put the sacred cows out to the pasture? Here's how we would do that, right? How do we stop these old practices? Well, remember, Columbine is rich in tradition over our 53 years. We've done a lot of different things over those amazing 53 years. So in the future, we'll need to know the difference between what's best practice and what's tradition. So it's time for us to work together to decipher that truth from the sacred cow. How we get rid of them is we understand and reinforce that truth, and we look at best ways to move forward. All right, making that change, right? Change is hard. So what are we going to do? Well, let's set those goals together. If each and every one of us provides feedback to your supervisor, your team members, and helps us figure out what's best, we can do it. That's why you've seen some surveys come out. We've asked for individuals to provide that feedback. Sometimes it's just trial and error. We try things that we think might work, and they don't. But we got to make sure we know that they aren't. We work together to solve those problems. The other part is to provide resources that are more efficient, like we talked about. Software, technology, upgrading Wi-Fi, improving and providing more resources for each of you to do your job better. Every day we're blasted with emails. Ooh, buy this, buy that. Well, I could buy 1,000 things and Lauren would get really, really mad at me. But I want to make sure we buy the right things, right? And we want to make sure we have the right processes, which is my next point. If we create processes that help us do our jobs, overturn every rock, look at ways to make things better. Each and every one of you has a part in that. Provide that feedback. Give us that essential. And last, understand the why, right? If you don't know why you're doing something or you don't understand why we do something, ask. That's the way we figure it out. We get to the root cause. And really, what this is all about is all of us investing in Columbine employees. We want Columbine to be the best place to work. We talked about earlier about PTO, paid holidays, flexible scheduling, training resources, leadership development, growth opportunities. Isn't that what we all want? Well, that's what we're committed to do. We want this to be the top employer in all of Northern Colorado. So in order to dedicate to the future, I think we also have to know who our customers are. And I'd start by saying, you all are our customers. It starts with you. Listening to the stories each employee has, making changes that makes your job better, measuring success on turnover rates, retention rates, and our staff satisfaction. That's how we start, right? If we don't have satisfied employees, satisfied customers, how can we be a successful business? Next is our community. Columbine is a leader in the post-acute world. We've got to be an innovator. We've got to be a tone setter. We've got to work with our community partners and members to make sure we're leading the way. Getting the word out about how great our community is, it starts with you as well. You guys can help spread that word every single day, the grocery store, in the neighborhood, at events that other competitors might be at. The more we work together to spread that word and share their great stories, the more awareness there is about Columbine and about how great we are. Columbine wants to lead the way in our secondary education, sponsorships, events, and opportunities to give back to both the Columbine community, all of you, and the larger northern Colorado community. And last, we can't forget why we all are here. Our customers are also our residents or our patients, the people we serve. If we have highly trained, well taken care of, happy employees that partner with their teammates and the system as a whole, we can make anything happen. Our residents and patients get to have another 53 years of the great Columbine tradition, which is high quality care that we've been known for. So I thank you. And without further ado, I'm going to hand the stage to Kathy Fernecki.
So, I have a confession to make. Being a geriatric nurse was never in my plan. But when I graduated nursing school, I entered a very different job market than we are in now. New grads were not in demand. So when I was offered a job at LeMay Avenue Health and Rehab, I was just excited. I was excited to channel all my newfound passion into nursing, and it didn't really matter where. I'd get the experience, and then I'd find the dream job later. Well, I found so much more than just a job. I discovered incredible fulfillment and challenges, and I found unique opportunities that being a nurse at Columbine offered. We journey with our patients toward recovery after they experience acute illness, injury, or major surgery. We support them towards health, well-being, and their highest quality of life. And we hold their hands and comfort their loved ones through their last days. For some of our residents, we have supported them throughout an entire phase of their life. What an extraordinary honor. Our collective experience during the COVID-19 pandemic has forever changed the face of healthcare. We face challenges that most of us never imagined. From the day we had to lock our doors to the first days that we could work without a mask, almost 3 years later. Actually, I have 2 here, but it's 3. Our workforce became exhausted and stretched thinner than we thought possible. In fact, I would guess that many of you said the words to yourself, I don't know if I can do this anymore. But despite all the obstacles, we still cared for our residents. And today, we are stronger than ever. To honor the extraordinary work that our nurses do every day while caring for our residents and their families, we are so very proud to announce our official partnership with the Daisy Foundation. The Daisy Award was founded in 1999 by the Barnes family after their beloved son Patrick died after complications related to an autoimmune disease. They wanted to find a way to honor the extraordinary care that Patrick received from his nurses during his extended hospitalization. They founded the Daisy Award as a nurse recognition program based on what is most meaningful, the stories of patient and family gratitude for their extraordinary compassionate care. The program has been honoring nurses internationally for 23 years in over 6,000 healthcare facilities and schools of nursing. Many of you may even recognize the program or have been a nominee or honoree yourself. In fact, at our introductory meeting for the Daisy program, Joel shared that he himself had been a Daisy honoree during his time at UC Health. I'd like to invite Joel to come back and say a few words about how being a Daisy honoree has impacted him.
Thanks, Kathy. And I want to say that this is the first of many recognitions that are coming your way, right? I know that it's specifically for nursing, and we do employ a lot of nurses, but we also employ a lot of people who aren't nurses. So stay tuned for more recognition, because that's our goal. How do we recognize and reward every single one of you for the hard work you do? So the Daisy Foundation is a pretty cool thing, and you get to join the fraternity. I was nominated a couple times, but won specifically for just doing what I thought was my job. I worked in the ICU, and I was taking care of an individual who had a cardiac arrest. And the protocol for someone who has cardiac arrest is to put them in medically induced coma, and hypothermia. So we cool them down to let the tissue heal and make sure we preserve brain activity. That lasts about 3 days before we start to slowly warm the person back up and wake them up to see how things are. This person woke up, they were completely normal and back to their normal life. Think of the Damar Hamlin thing on the TV at Monday Night Football last year. This gentleman and his family were so ecstatic that they wanted to say thanks. And this is a great way to do it. Again, I just was there doing my job. So I appreciate the recognition, but we hope to do the same thing for all of you, provide an opportunity for you guys to be thanked. So this is for everyone, not just the staff, but residents, family members, anyone can say thanks. So thank you.
I was just doing my job. I have a feeling that we're going to hear that a lot from our nurses. So, starting next week, our DAISY program goes live, and we will begin accepting nominations to recognize extraordinary nurses. You'll see posters and brochures at every facility promoting this project. Anyone can nominate a nurse, a resident, family member, or an employee. All Columbine nurses are eligible, and we will celebrate our first honoree in January. Nominations can be made in paper through our brochures, through our website, or online with the provided QR code. Our DAISY coordinators are Bree Ramberg and Jenny Dublap, and our DAISY selection committee consists of 8 leaders across our company from various roles, including members of our senior leadership, administrators, social workers, scheduling coordinators, ancillary support, our provider group, and even a beloved retired Columbine nurse is going to join our committee. Nominations will be sent to the committee with the names and other identifying information removed to maintain the integrity of the ward. An honoree will be selected based on a scoring rubric that aligns with our mission and vision. Our first DAISY honoree will be announced in January, but be on the lookout for nominee announcements in the weeks and months ahead. At Columbine, our vision is to be authentic, courageous, and compassionate in our relationships with our residents, staff, clients, and community. We hope that this recognition program is just the first step in formally recognizing the contributions of our incredible team members across all disciplines, because we believe that every individual has an impact on the quality of life and care of our residents and community. Well, I was putting together the trivia questions for today. I thought I'd make a long shot ask and see if there was any way that we could determine how many people we have served over Columbine's 53 years. Well, as you can imagine, that was kind of a long shot ask, because I remember paper charting 10 years ago, so imagine what documentation looked like 50 years ago. But Deb Prentice did a little magic. She was up to the challenge, and she ran some reports based on patient days. So that is how many days a person is in your facility. So we average 338,000 patient days per year. And when we spread that over our company's history, that's approximately 17 million patient days. That is 17 million days in the lives of our residents that each of you impacted. You are all the reason that Columbine is extraordinary. Thank you.
That's amazing. 17 million patient days. That's crazy. All right. A couple more announcements, and then we have a few giveaways. See if this pulls up. But we're going to announce that we have a benefits fair coming up. This is a great way for Columbine to give back to all of you. So told you today is about celebrating you all, celebrating all the Columbine staff. Well, so is the benefits fair. It's on November 3rd. From 11 to 4 here at the Drake Center. It's for all staff, not just benefit eligible staff. And we really encourage everyone to attend. It's free. All the aspects are free, so you don't have to come with cash or money, but there's food trucks, coffee trucks, there's cupcake truck or cupcakes. So there's lots of fun gifts. We've got multiple vendors here talking about financial wellness, mortgage loans, transportation. Did you all know there's transport? It's free to us as well. Biometric screening is available, door prizes, giveaways. Actually, the first 400 people that arrive will get a free gift. So again, learn more about this as well as career pathways and others things for all of you. So a great way that we try to give back. More to come on that. November 3rd. Next, a great way for all of us to give back to the community. So if you're fortunate enough to be able to buy an extra turkey, or if someone from our communities, residents, families want to give, we're going to be hosting a food drive on November 17th here in the parking lot. And all benefits obviously will go to Larimer Food Bank, so they'll have a truck accepting the frozen turkeys, and then obviously they'll be delivering those to the folks in our community who are in need all across Larimer County. So another way for us to be able to give back to our community is the blood drive. We got blood drives set up in both the months of November and December, where we're partnering with Garth England Blood Bank, and I think all 3 campuses, Windsor, LeMay, Loveland, and here on the main Fort Collins campus. So dates to come in November, December, but if you want to give as well, there will be mobile blood banks. So I'd like to take a moment before we end and just talk about what we've asked. We've asked for change. We're asking for dedication to another 53 years. And we've asked for greatness, which is the Columbine way. But where's that going to all come from? And that dedication and that change all comes from you, every single staff member. And we do want to recognize every single one of you, and that's part of why we're doing some of the things we are, but we also want to take a moment and recognize those folks who've been here for quite a while. Recognize anybody who's worked for us for 25 or more years. If your name is called, please come to the front, receive a small gift of gratitude from us, and then kind of stay up at the front at the very end. We're going to grab a picture of all of the individuals that are here. So those individuals who've worked for us for 25 years. Heather Cooper, LeMay Avenue. Come on. Yeah. Sorry, come on up the stage and got a little gift for you.
Congratulations. Thank you for all those years. It's kind of hard for me to let go of that check.
Picture. Melanie Cups, LeMay Avenue. And remember, some of these folks were here on Tuesday. Some of them were here on Tuesday. Jenny Foster, LeMay Avenue. Susan Solstad at Columbine West. Molly D'Angelo, Front Range Therapy. "26 years of service. Wendy Connor, Columbine West. Thanks, Wendy. Gina Snyder, Center Pharmacy. "27 years, Kaylin Ferguson, Columbine West. Thanks, Kaylin. Oh, picture. James Krenning, the Wexford. Karen Smith, LeMay Avenue. "28 years. Am I needing it? Not yet. Here we go. 28 years. Laura Carter, New Mercer Commons. Frances, oh, sorry, here she comes. Come on up. Frances Sagona, LeMay Avenue. "29 years. Jean Ferguson, Columbine West. Brad Harris, Front Range Therapy. "30 years. Pat Flores, Payroll Department Management. 31 years. Diana Bath, The Worthington. And last but not least, and there was a little bit of a discrepancy on when Columbine Pooter Home Care became its own company, but Diane Carrick worked for 35 years at Columbine Pooter Home Care. So, Diane. Let's give one more round of applause to all the folks who've been here for a long time. All right. Well, they're doing a picture. We're going to get to the fun and excitement. So when we're all finished here, please feel free to stay, mingle, get some more snacks, visit. If you have questions, you can come up and ask folks. But we also want to make sure we give away some of those door prizes that everybody got. So when I call the number, if you won, come on up and pick your prize, and then you'll get a chance to draw the next ticket. So we're going to start. Shake it up good? All right. Here we go. Very first winner, get to the pick of the prizes. 508-1471. 471. Come on up. I'll take this. Come on over. All right, big winner. Go ahead, Diana, pick whatever you'd like. Water bottle, all right. And then you got to pick the next door prize. Here we go. All right.
508-1507.
1507. Woohoo! 507. Oh, Elza won. All right, pick out a prize when you one of those. So just so everyone knows, we've got the clear bag. So if you want to go to a CSU game, there's some swag, a sweater or a coat, silverware, water bottles, and lunch boxes, all with the Columbine logo. Go ahead and pick, Elza.
508-1583.
1583. 1583. All right, we've got a winner. And don't worry, if somebody who came on Tuesday has a winning ticket, we're gonna have some shenanigans called out there. So, welcome. Yeah, all right. Go ahead and pick out your prize. Water bottle too. All right. Will you draw the next one for me?
508-1577. 508-1577.
1577. 15. Kaylin won. All right. All right. Pick what you want. Right there. Oh. What are you gonna take? sweater. All right, she's taking the sweater. Okay.
Okay. Oh, geez. 5081451.
1451. Thanks, Kate. 1451. All right, here we go. Yeah. Pick whichever prize you want. The lunchbox. All right, will you draw the next?
Let's see. 5081544.
1544. Thank you so much. 1544. 15. Ah, here we are. Winner. Thank you. Go ahead and pick your prize. The clear bag. All right. Draw the next one.
5081506.
1506. 1506. Ah, Jessica won. All right. Thanks, Jessica. Which one do you want? The lunchbox. All right. Go ahead and.
Okay, it's 5081482.
1482. Thank you, Jessica. Bree won. All right. Do I need to shake it up a little more? What are you going to choose, Bree? Silverware. It's like a Columbine silverware set for your lunchbox.
5081460.
460. All right. Perfect. Go ahead and pick your prize. All right. Clear bag's gone. There's one prize left. Last but, oh, can you draw it for me? It's the big winner.
5081548.
1548. All right, thank you. Should I double check it, make sure she won? There you go, thanks. All right, thank you everybody. Well, that concludes our presentation today and our event. We really do appreciate every single one of you for coming. Thanks again. We hope you have some fun the rest of the afternoon. And like Bob says, get back to work.